All right, everybody. Good to be back with you. The Dodgers are playing against the Giants here again. This is May 31st, 1949. It's going to be Dave Koslow here on the mound for the Giants up against Roy Campanella. There's a strike in there to Roy. Giants are 6.5 above the Dodgers as Campanella gets a base hit through the left side for a single that brings up Jackie Robinson. 6.5 up on the Dodgers and 4.5 up on the Pirates. There's a ball to Robinson, 1-0. And Koslow, the starter here, hasn't had much rest. 2-1 now the count. Giants have had a real rough time of it. Did not get through those double headers all that well. Here's a fly ball to the right side, and it's going to be Marshall making the grab for the out, one away. Here's Duke Snider. Snider comes up here hitting 287, and he pops that one up. It's going to be Rigney in the infield, 2 away, and here's Gil Hodges. Hodges takes the ball low. The nice thing for New York is they don't have a whole ton of doubleheaders after this. Campanella runs in the next throw, and pitch, and he's thrown out. So we go to the bottom of the first inning, no harm done. Campy, 3 steals in real life, 3 times caught, and he's 1 stolen base and 2 times caught here in 1949 in the replay so far. It's going to be Willard Marshall up here against Maury Martin. It's a fly ball from Marshall over to right field. Farilla's got that one away. Maury Martin's not the player you want starting for Brooklyn. Here is Bill Rigney. Now he takes the ball low. 1-0. That's high and tight. It's 2-0 on Bill. And that's rolled off to the right side. Robinson has it, throws over to first, and just gets him in time. 2 gone. Here's Sid Gordon. Gordon hits that one over to left center field, and that's going to be in there between Hermansky and Snider, and he's in there with a double, and that brings up Bobby Thompson. So runner in scoring position. New York hoping to come out to a lead here, and there's a ground ball over to third base. It's Miskus who has it, throws over to first, and we go to the top of the second. Gil Hodges will lead this off, and he fouls one away for the Dodgers and takes the ball. 1-1 the count. That's fouled away 1-2. Koslow, 2.37 ERA, 6-2 is his record. There's a ground ball back to him. He throws to first, 1 gone. 76 in the third innings pitch now, and there's a fly ball over to center field. Falls in front of Thompson for a base hit by Carl Furillo. That'll bring up Eddie Miskus. Second hit of the game for the Dodgers, and this is hit over to deep left field. But as you know, it's the Polo Grounds, which means it's deep everywhere. That's going to be Lockman. They're making the catch, 2 away. Pee Wee reaches now, and he takes the ball outside, 1-0. There's an inside fastball for another ball, 2-0 the count. There's the strike, 2-1 on Pee Wee. That's fouled away, 2-2. And that's bounced over to second. Rigney has it, throws to first, and we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be Johnny Mize here for the Giants. Mize takes the fastball outside for a ball, and then hits it one deep to right field, and that baby's gone. That was hit deep to right, very, very deep, about 400 feet over the head of Furillo, and there was no way to get that one back. It's a 1-0 lead now for the Giants, and here is Whitey Lockman. Takes the ball high, 1-0. There's another one that misses, 2-0. And there's one hit over to right field, but this one not quite deep enough. Furillo gets there for the out, 1 away, and it's Walker Cooper. So Martin's getting shelled. There's a pitch high to Cooper, 1 ball, and that's fouled away, 1-1. That's high, 2-1 now the count on Walker. It's a ground ball over to second base. Robinson makes a good play on the bad hop, throws to first, 2 away, and here's Buddy Kerr. Kerr fouls one away, it's 0-1. That's fouled away weakly again, 0-2 the count on Kerr. That's hit over to center field, and that sinks in on Snider, and that'll be a base hit, and that'll bring up Dave Koslow. So Koslow, the pitcher up there, 240 is average. He swings and misses a 1 strike, and then takes the ball. It's 1-1. Fouled away. It's 1-2 on Dave. Just fouls that one away, remains 1-2. That's a ground ball right side. Hodges has that one and flips that one over to Martin covering at the bag. And we'll go to the top of the third inning. It's a 1-0 lead here for the Giants, and here is Gene Hermansky. Hermansky takes a strike, 0-1. And that's down and away, and he chased that one. It's 0-2. Foul back, still 0-2 on Gene, and that's in there and low is what they're calling it. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss on that one, and he goes down. First strikeout for Koslow, 1 away. Here's Maury Martin, who fouls one off. 31 strikeouts for Koslow against 12 walks. He's got Martin 0-2. It's fouled away, still 0-2. Fastball's inside for a ball. It's 1-2 now. Ground ball right side, and Johnny Mize has it, flips over to Koslow covering at the bag, 2 away. Here's Roy Campanella, takes the ball low, and then a strike, 1-1 the count. That's hit over to right center field. Center fielder Thompson's got that for the out, and we go to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Willard Marshall again here, hitting .317, and he hits a fly ball first pitch swing to Snider in center for the first out. Now it's Bill Rigney. Rigney takes the ball, 0-1 today, 295 the average. There's a swing and a miss, it's 1-1, and there's a strike called, 1-2 on Bill. It's up the middle, and that'll be a single after he broke his bat, and that'll bring up Sid Gordon. So runner on at first. Gordon, who's 1 for 1 today, 25 RBIs this season, 9 for 28 against Brooklyn pitching. He takes the ball. That's way outside, 2-0 now on Sid. High and inside is ball 3. And there's ball 4 around the knees, and that'll bring up Bobby Thompson, the big man. 6 home runs this season. And he takes a curve outside, 1-0. And that's inside. It's 2-0 on Bobby. That off-speed pitch is just in there, 2-1. And that crosses Campanella up. That's going to be a pass ball called on Campius. He lost that one. Both runners move up, and now they're runners on second and third here against Thompson. I think they're going to walk him. Let's see. We'll have him take this pitch, and that's actually called a strike. Full count. Full count on Bobby. Fouled away. Full count remains. And that's outside, and they do walk him, and that'll bring up Johnny Mize. So bases loaded, 1 out here, bottom of the third, 1-0 Giants. Here is Mize. And he takes a ball low and away. It's 1-0. That's low. 2-0 on Johnny. And that's the strike fastball in there. It's 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. Robinson over to second and then back on to first. And not in time. Mize beats that out, and that scores another run. It's a 2-0 lead. Here now is Whitey Lockman. Runners onto the corners. And he takes a fastball outside, 1-0. And there's a ground ball over to Reese at short, who throws over to first for the out. We go to the top of the 4th inning. It's 2-0 Giants. And here's Jackie Robinson. He takes the ball low and away. And there's a foul ball first base side. Johnny Mize will get that for the out, 1 away. Duke Snyder comes up now. And that's fouled away by Duke. 0-1 is the count. That's up high. It's 1-1 on Snyder. Foul to the left side, 1-2. And he swings and misses that breaking ball low. Second strikeout for Costello. It's 2 away, and there's a ball to Gil Hodges. And liner over to Kerr. Shorty drops that, but then throws to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Walker Cooper, who takes the ball right away. And another ball, 2-0 is the count on Cooper. Changeup is inside. It's 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. And that's very high. And so Cooper gets a walk. That's walk number 3 given up by Martin, and that'll bring up Buddy Kerr. And he smashes one into center field. That'll be an easy base hit. Of course, Cooper's not going anywhere. He stays at second. That brings up Dave Costello, who's a good bunter. And he's going to bunt. He bunts it and gets it down, and Miskus has it, and the third baseman throws to first. It's not in time, and Costello is safe, and that'll bring up Willard Marshall. And the Giants are looking to really, really open this one up. Bases loaded, nobody out here, bottom of the 4th, 2-0 the Giants already with the lead. There's a strike and a ball to Marshall, 1-1. That's way high on him. It's 2-1. Bouncer up the middle. Reese does it himself and throws over to first for the double play, but the run scores, and it's 3-0 New York. That brings up Bill Rigney now with a runner on at third base. 2 outs. There's a strike in there to Rigney, 0-1. Fastball is inside, 1-1. And that's off the zone, 2-1. And there's a swing and a miss, 2-2 on Bill. And that's a single into center field, and that makes this a 4-0 game. Here comes Sid Gordon, 7 hits now for the Giants. And throw to first, nothing doing. There's a swing and a miss by Gordon, 0-1. And that's hit over to down the left field line, and that baby is out of here. And the New York fans are really, really whooping it up here now. And I tell you, that's a big home run here, and this is a big game in this big pennant race. And if the Giants can keep this up, the Dodgers are going to be out of this race before we get to the 4th of July. Bobby Thompson now takes the ball low, 1-0 the count. And that's outside, 2-0. Maury Martin has to stay in, considering how tired the pitchers are. 3-0 the count on Thompson takes, and that's a strike, 3-1. And that's another strike on him. Full count now on Bobby. Ground ball foul. Full count remains. And that's a swing and a miss on what would have been ball 4, and we're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. 6-0 though Giants. And here is Carl Ferrillo, who takes a pitch high for a ball, 1-0. Breaking ball over the outside edge for a strike. It's 1-1. Ground ball, second base, Rigney throws to first, 1 away. Eddie Miskus now, and that's a ground ball again to second, and this time Miskus is able to beat it out for a base hit. That'll bring up Pee Wee Reese, and there's a ground ball over to Kerr, who grabs it, goes to the bag at second for 1, but can't get that throw to first in time. So Reese is safe at first, 2 away, runner on at first, and there's a ground ball to Rigney, who throws over to first base, and that does it. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 6-0 Giants. Here is Johnny Mize, who's 1 for 2 with 2 runs batted in. He takes a strike and then a ball off the plate. That's a liner down the corner, but just foul. 1-2 the count. Fastball's tight, 2-2. Fly ball in the left center field. Hermansky, left fielder, has that for the out, 1 away. Here's Whitey Lockman, who takes a fastball inside corner, 0-1. There's a ball, 1-1. And that he didn't go around that time, so it's 2-1 now on Whitey. That one misses inside. 3-1 is the count. And there's a strike. It's a full count now on Lockman. and that's a line drive foul. Hodges just couldn't get to that, just foul. And the payoff pitch is low for ball 4. Fourth walk given up by Martin. That brings up Walker Cooper again. He walked last time up. It's a strike to Cooper. And that is hit down the first base line, and that's in there for a base hit. Ferrillo has to run over and get that. Cooper is safe at first. Lockman goes all the way to third. Here now is Buddy Kerr. Kerr today is 2 for 2 and has scored a run. Runners at the corners for Kerr, and he hits a fly ball over to center field. Snyder has that for the out. Lockman tags up and scores, and it's a 7-0 game. And here now is Dave Koslow. Change up for a strike outside edge to Dave, 0-1. And that swung on a miss. It's 0-2 on Dave. And there's strike 3 to him, strikeout number 2 for Martin, and we go to the top of the 6th inning. And here is Maury Martin. Martin takes the ball low. Martin, of course, 0 for everything this season. 1-1 the count. There's a pop-up over to short, and Kerr has that for the out, 1 away. Roy Campanella now up there. He takes the ball, and then rips that one over third, foul, 1-1. Hit over to left center field, and that baby is gone over the head of Lockman for a home run. Puts the Dodgers on the board. It's now 7-1. And here is Robinson, who takes the ball low and away. Another one high and inside. 2-0 the count. That's a jam job foul. 2-1. It's the count now. That's wide. It's 3-1. And he foul tips that one. It's a full count. That's hit over to left field. Just foul. Full count still on Robinson. And he takes ball 4. And he takes a walk down to first base. Here now is Duke Snyder. We got to watch Koslow's tire. There's a strike to the Duke, and he swings and misses the high fastball. It's 0-2. And there's a ball in there to Snyder. 1-2 the count. Hit over to shallow right center field. Right fielder Marshall has that for the out, 2 away. And here's Gil Hodges. Strike in there to Hodges. 0-1 is the count on him. And there's a swing and a miss. 0-2. Fouled out of play. 0-2 it remains. And that's too far inside. 1-2 is the count. And it's 2-2 as that one jammed him inside. That's fouled, left side, 2-2 remains, and there's a pop-up, and it's going to be Rigney to grab that, the second baseman, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-1 the score, Giants. Here's Willard Marshall. Takes a breaking ball high for a ball, and then a ground ball over to Robinson, right side, who throws to first, 1 away. Bill Rigney up there now, takes a strike, and a ball high, 1-1. Swing and a miss on that one. It's 1-2 on Rigney. That's outside for a ball, 2-2 now the count. That's fouled, left side, 2-2 remains on Bill, and that's low. Full count now on Rigney. Fouled away, count remains full, and there's a ground ball right side in the hole, and that is through Hodges for a base hit for Rigney, and that will bring up Sid Gordon. So runner on at first base here for Gordon. 7-1 Giants, only one out here. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes Gordon, and he had a home run last time up, and this time he lines one to center field for a clean base hit. Rigney will stop at second. Gordon today 3 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run scored, and now it's Bobby Thompson. Thompson up there 0 for 2, takes a strike. Ground ball past Martin, that's a base hit, and here come the Giants around the bases. And there is a throw over to third base, not in time. A run scores. Gordon's safe at third, and Thompson, of course, safe at first. It's 8-1. Now here comes Johnny Mize. Mize fouls one away, out of play. 0-1 is the count, and there's a curve tight, 1-1. And there's a pop-up behind first base. Hodges has that for the out, 2 away. And here now is Whitey Lockman. Lockman looks at a ball from Martin, 1-0. And there's a strike, 1-1. And that ball hits Lockman. He looks okay, and the fans cheers. He goes over to first base. That'll bring up Walker Cooper. And Maury Martin's really having struggles. 107 pitches so far. And there's a ball inside on Cooper. It's 1-0. It's hit over to left field, just foul. 1-1 now the count. That's dribbled foul. It's 1-2 on Cooper. Inside for a ball. 2-2. Chopped off his foot. The next pitch comes in. That's low and away. Full count now on Cooper. And there's ball 4 out away, and that means that Martin's walked in the run. And here comes Buddy Kerr now. Surprised that the computer's keeping Martin in there. There's a strike on to Kerr, and there's another strike. 0-2 is the count. 9-1 Giants. That's low. 1-2 on Buddy. Hit into shallow right field, and that's a base hit that falls in front of Ferrillo. And here come the runners. Throw will go home, and we'll have Kerr go ahead and go to second. And the throw is loose, and that means another run scores. Kerr gets all the way over to third. Yeah, on that RBI single, it's a 12-1 lead here for the New York Giants. And this game is getting out of control. Here's Dave Koslow, who is 1 for 3 today. Takes the ball low, 1-0. And it's way inside. It's 2-0 on Koslow. And there's the strike, so it's 2-1. Fouled away, 2-2. And he swings and misses on that one, and that does it. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Carl Furillo and Koslow only about 70 pitches. There's a strike to Furillo and a pop-up out of play, 0-2. And that's low. 1-2 is the count. And that's a ground ball over to short. Kerr has that, throws to first, 1 away. Eddie Miskus now hits one to the right side, and that is through Rigney for a base hit. And here comes Pee Wee Reese, runner on at first. There's a strike in there to Pee Wee. It's 0-1, and that's inside, 1-1. There's a ball now to Reese, 2-1. That's a ground ball over third base, and that will be a double for Reese. Miskus makes it to third. Here now is Gene Hermansky. Like I said, we have to be careful with Koslow, who's a little tired. That's a ball in there to Gene. And another inside fastball for a ball is 2-0. It's down and in, 3-0 on Hermansky, and there's a strike, 3-1. Ground ball to second. Miskus will go and score while Rigney throws to first. It's now a 12-2 ball game, and here is Maury Martin. Martin stays in this game, which is crazy. There's a strike on Martin, 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2, and that's off the plate. 1-2 the count. Fouled away. It's still 1-2 on Martin. It's hit over to right center field. Right fielder Furillo has that for the out, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm just curious to look at this. You know, the Dodgers do have a couple of pitchers that they could potentially choose from. I'm surprised that they don't put in Hatton or Palisa or someone like that. We could have started Branca, but I don't want to start him on only 3 days rest if we can avoid it. But we'll see. For whatever reason, they've decided that Martin has to stay in. We look over at his pitching statistics. He had 0 complete games in real life. How many games did he start is the question I have. He started 4, I see. He started 4, no complete games. So, I mean, we'll see. He doesn't have great stamina, that's for sure. There's a strike in there to Willard Marshall, 0-1. Marshall, no hits today, is 0-4. It's fouled away, it's 0-2. There's a ball low, 1-2 on Marshall. Fouled away, it's still 1-2. That's high, 2-2 the count. And that's a ball, full count now on Marshall. And that's high, and so he gets a walk, still no hits, but he does get on base, and that'll bring up Bill Rigney. Nobody out, bottom of the 7th. Rigney's 3-for-4. He takes a ball high and outside. That's hit to gap, and Furillo, right fielder's got that for the out, 1 away. Here's Sid Gordon. There's a strike in there to Gordon. It's 0-1. That's low, 1-1. Swing and a miss on that one, 1-2. And that's a pop-up behind the plate, out of play. 1-2 still on Sid. And that's low. 2-2 is the count. And that's high. Full count now on Gordon. Fouled away. The count remains full. Fouled away again. Still a full count on Sid Gordon. And that's high. And down to second goes Marshall. And here comes Bobby Thompson, who's 1-for-3 today. 1 run scored, 1 batted in. And that bounces off the plate, but Campanella able to jump on that one. 1-0 is the count. Swing and a miss on that. It's 1-1. And that's low. 2-1 now the count. And that's in the dirt again, and there's no swing. It's a 3-1 count on Thompson. That's fouled away. Full count now on Bobby. Swung on and fouled back. Count remains full, and that's hit into left field for a base hit. And here come the Giants again. Marshall's going to score. The throw will go home. Thompson will go for second. And he is safe at the plate. Gordon goes to third, Thompson to second, and that brings up Johnny Mize, and they still don't change pitchers. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on here. Just want to make sure. And yeah, no, substitutions are set to computer manager, so I'm not sure what's happening here. Here's Johnny Mize who takes a strike, and then a ball, 1-1. That's popped up behind third base, and that'll be a little blue base hit. Ends up with a double for Mize as that scores 2. It's a 15-2 ball game. And here now is Whitey Lockman. We may have unlocked some sort of achievement bug as Lockman gets a base hit to center, and Mize will stop at third. First and third now for Walker Cooper. 15-2 Giants. Cooper takes a ball high and outside. It's 1-0, and there's one high again, 2-0. High fastball is too high. 3-0 is the count. That's in the dirt, and that will score the runner, and that's a wild pitch. So the runners then move up to second and third. I've been collecting play-by-play, by the way, for these wild pitch walks that come up every once in a while. You would think that that would be a sign that it might be time to take the pitcher out. I'm not sure I understand what the computer manager is doing. Let me know what you think it's doing. It's 16-2 Giants. There's Buddy Kerr, who takes a ball, 1-0, 157 pitches by Martin. 2-0 the count on Kerr. There's a strike, swing and a miss, 2-1, and that's inside. It's 3-1. Kerr will take, and he takes ball 4. And there it is. Finally, Joe Haddon comes into this ball game after it's completely out of the question. 16-2 is the score. That's a lot of runs to give up, don't you think? 16 runs, And yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's taken this long and why it's been this difficult and why it's been so frustrating here to get the computer manager to make a move. That's looks like something we're going to have to talk about a little bit this afternoon, try to figure out what's going on. So here is Koslow with the bases loaded. And Koslow will face Joe Hatton. That's a ball high to Koslow. It's a 1-0. Pop up down, foul. 1-1 the count. Hatton not pitching that well. There's ball 2. 11.08 is the ERA. 2-2. 1-3 is the record. Ground ball right side. Robinson, as the second baseman, throws to first for the out, but it does score the run. It is now 17-2. And here comes Willard Marshall, who scored a run, has not gotten a hit yet. Swing and a miss. 0-1. There's a ball low. 1-1. Fouled away. It is 1-2. That's inside. 2-2 is the count, and that misses low. Full count now on Marshall. And he swings and misses to that, and down he goes. So we go to the top of the 8th inning. It'll be Bruce Edwards pinch hitting for Roy Campanella. There's a strike in there to Edwards. 0-1. Strike in the outside corner. It's 0-2, just like that. And there's a ball. 1-2. Giants have really come in and won this one. They knew they needed to, as that's fouled away. It's 1-2. And there's a little pop-up. Kerr has that for the out, 1 away. Jackie Robinson. The Giants needed to win this game. 17-2 now the score. And Robinson takes the ball and then fouls 1 away, 1-1. You knew that they needed to win it as Robinson hits a ground ball past second base into right field for a single. Here now Duke Snider, Robinson's first hit of the game. You knew that they needed to win this one badly. They needed to win this series. 1-1 the count now on Duke. It's hit over to left center field, and that's going to be a double for Snider. Robinson scores easily. It's now 17-3. Here's Gil Hodges. Ball 1 to Hodges, and there's a ground ball up the middle. Rigney has that, throws to first for the out, 2 away. Snider moves up to third. Carl Furillo takes a strike, and then another strike fouled away. 0-2. Ground ball to Rigney at second, who throws to first for the out. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Edwards in as the catcher, and Joe Hatton faces Bill Rigney. Rigney's 3 for 5. It's a fastball high, 1-0. That's up and away, 2-0 on Rigney. There's a strike, 2-1. Swing and a miss on that one. It's 2-2. That's way outside. Full count now on Bill Rigney. And there's ball 4, and that puts a right base runner on again for the Giants. And here is Sid Gordon. Giants did not score in the first inning and have scored in every inning since. 17-3 the score. 1-1 the count on Sid Gordon. And that's close. 2-1. Too close to him, I would say. Ground ball over to third base. Miskus goes to Robinson for 1. The throw of the first is not in time, and Gordon is safe. Here comes Bobby Thompson with 1 out. Runner on at first, and there's a foul ball. It's 0-1. That's a ball outside, 1-1. And that's fouled away. 1-2 the count. And that's fouled back, still 1-2. Hit deep to left field, and that baby's gone. Thompson gets another home run. That's going to be his 7th of the season. It's a 19-3 game, and Thompson has driven in 4. Here now is Johnny Mize. So this one has gone kind of crazy. Mize takes the ball high, 1-0. And that's off the plate. It's 2-0, and that's a ground ball over to second. Robinson on to first. 2 gone, and here's Whitey Lockman. Lockman takes the ball low. It's 1-0. It's inside for another ball. 2-0 the count. So the Dodgers so far this season, as Lockman takes a strike and is swinging a miss 2-2. Dodgers have been no hit, and now they've lost this one by a huge margin. 19-3 the score. 2-2 the count remains on Lockman, and that's a change off the plate. Full count now on Whitey, and that's fouled away again. Full count remains. Fouled away again. Full count. And that's fouled back once again. Fouled away once again. 40 pitches already for Hatton. There's ball 4, and Lockman worked the walk, and here comes Walker Cooper. This one just won't stop, will it? Cooper has 3 walks and 5 times to the plate. 1-1 is the count on him. Popped up and foul. 1-2. That's fouled away again. Still 1-2. And that's high. 2-2 on Walker. That's inside. It's a full count. And that's hit over to left field. Hermansky slips around and then finally makes the catch on that. We go to the top of the 9th. 19-3 is the score. And here is Eddie Miskus. It's a ground ball over to Rigney at second, who throws to first, 1 away. Pee Wee Reese bunts that one back to the pitcher. Koslow throws to first, 2 gone. Why are you bunting when you're down by 16? Gene Hermansky will be replaced by Dick Whitman. Whitman takes a strike, 0-1. And that's wide of the plate. It's 1-1. Good pitch, not a strike, 2-1. There's a swing and a miss on one outside, 2-2 the count. Ground ball over to Kurt. Short throws to first, and that does it. So 19-3 is the final score. This was an unusual game. By all accounts, this was an unusual game, and we'll see what we can do with this one. Final score in this 19-3. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.